Hey everyone, welcome back to Fruition Garden. Thanks so much for tuning into my video as always. And if this is your first time here, thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome, and I hope you enjoy this video. So today I'm going to be talking about nasturtiums, which is one of my favorite flowers to have in the garden. So I'm just going to harvest some flowers and leaves and talk about all the benefits of nasturtium. So we'll start over here where I have a much larger cluster of flowers and leaves. Also in this raised bed I have some cilantro coming up. So as you can see, I threw a bunch of seeds down. This fall I'm doing what I call messy seeding. So I'm not trying to put everything in straight lines. I literally just threw a bunch of seeds down, rake the seeds into the soil, and then just see what comes up. So that's what I've been doing around the garden. And here I planted, I actually don't remember what I planted here, but I do see them coming up. Those little tiny green things. So that could be oregano or thyme. Like I said, I don't remember what I put down there, but that's good that they're all coming up. So back to the nasturtiums. Every part of this plant is edible, from the leaves to the flowers to the stems. I'm going to be harvesting some leaves and some flowers. I'm going to put them in separate bowls and talk about some of the benefits of these plants. Nasturtiums are an amazing plant to have in your garden for many different reasons. There are two types of nasturtiums. There's the dwarf nasturtiums that just kind of grow in a bush. I think the ones that I planted are dwarf. And then there's also the trailing nasturtiums, which obviously trail out all along the yard. And they can also trail up trellises just like peas and beans can. So, these may trail a little bit, but I think these are dwarf. Nasturtiums are also a great companion plant to have in your garden because they deter certain pests, especially squash bugs. So they're great to grow around your squash plants. They also attract aphids though. So if you don't want aphids near your green beans or peas and other plants that are very prone to getting aphids, you might want to grow these farther away from your food crops, certain food crops, so that you don't attract the aphids to those plants. Maybe grow them on the outskirts of your garden so that they keep the aphids off of your plants and also away from your plants. Nasturtiums also grow relatively well in poor soil, so you don't have to have super rich soil to grow nasturtiums. In fact, they prefer less rich soil. If you do grow them in very, very rich soil, then you'll likely get more of the leaves than you will flowers. If you grow them in quality soil but not super rich, you'll get a good even amount of flowers and leaves, which I feel like this is a pretty good even amount of flowers and leaves. And then if you grow them in very, very poor soil, you'll get mostly flowers. So because of that, it makes growing nasturtiums a great way to kind of test the quality of your soil. So if you have like mostly flowers growing on there, then you know, okay, my soil here might be a little bit more acidic, or it might just be a little malnutritioned. And then you'll know that you should probably do some amendments in your soil, put some compost in there. And then if you have a bunch of leaves, then you know it's a super rich soil and probably good to grow things like the leaves of nasturtiums have very concentrated levels of vitamin C, which is excellent for the immune system. Okay, so it started to get a little loud in the background, so this is now a voiceover. But as I was saying, the leaves of the nasturtium plant are very high in vitamin C, so this makes them great for supporting the immune system and preventing things like colds, flus, sore throats, as well as treating them. Additionally, the leaves of the nasturtium plants have very powerful antibiotic properties, which makes them great for fending off any kind of internal or external infection. So that's another awesome property. And my favorite property of the nasturtium overall is that it has a very high concentrated level of lutein. Lutein is an antioxidant that is known for its benefits to the eyes, brain, and the cardiovascular system. I specifically love the fact that it is great for the eyes because I'm in front of a computer quite a lot for work, and I have a very high sensitivity to blue light. So nasturtiums actually help to protect the eyes from damage due to blue light exposure. In other words, it acts as a natural filter for your eyes against the blue light and just overall protects the eyes from any damage by reducing oxidative stress in the retina. So that is why I love using nasturtiums in my salads or making tea with the different parts of the plant or making a tincture, because it is very beneficial and has definitely helped me due to the naturally occurring levels of lutein in the plant. Now, of course, I think it's a great idea to wear blue light glasses whenever you're in front of any kind of a screen. However, just in case that pair of blue light glasses that you may have is not as effective as it claims to be, adding nasturtiums into your diet is an extra level of protection because it is actually going into your body and working from the inside out. Some other wonderful benefits of the nasturtium is that it promotes hair growth, it helps to prevent and fight acne, and it makes a great facial toner. I personally love making decoctions with the nasturtium flower and leaves, or sometimes just the flower. A decoction is just a very, very strong concentrated tea, and then I'll put it into a little spray bottle and I'll spray it on my face as a facial toner. And I also spray it on my scalp after washing my hair to promote hair growth and to promote overall a healthy scalp. And last but certainly not least, the flowers of the nasturtium plant in particular are especially high in minerals such as calcium, phosphorus, potassium, iron, and manganese, to name a few. So this is just an amazing plant to grow overall. Not only is it beneficial to your other crops, but it is also beneficial to you because you can also utilize it as a food and or medicine.